In this video, we will cover how to enter a requisition in eVA. From the eVA homepage, use your drop-down menu for procurement in the top header bar and choose Create Requisition. This will take you to the Create Requisition page. Please note that all fields marked by an asterisk are mandatory for submission of an eVA requisition. In the name field, you will list the name of your vendor, a 1 or 2 word description of your purchase, your budget code, and your sub-account code. In your PO category field, you will need to choose one of the 4 categories which ODU and EVMS use. Emergency indicates that there is a risk of damage to life or property. Sole source means that this is the only source from which the purchase may be made. Any sole source purchase requires the completion of the sole source justification document found on the procurement website. Exempt is specific to a list of transactions which are listed at the end of your eVA user guide. For most of your purchases, you will use routine. In the procurement transaction type field, indicate the transaction type which matches your purchase. At this point, you will need to save your requisition. We'll bring up your ship to and bill to information. Your ship to information will default to the ship to account information in your user setup. You should not change the bill to information as it will correctly direct all invoices to accounts payable in Rollins Hall. Please note the alert at the top right has a round red circle. This is a blocking alert, and until it is cleared, it will not allow your requisition to be submitted for approval. To clear this requisition, a line item needs to be added to the requisition. Go down to the Items and Services section and click the Add Line Item button. This will bring up your item detail screen. You may make this screen larger by clicking the Maximize button. You will need to put a detailed description for the specifications for the goods or services you are seeking to purchase. You should always have a quote that you are attaching to your purchase order, and in the description section, you should include that information and reference that quote. The commodity code section is where you need to find the commodity that most closely matches the item you are purchasing. In the quantity field, you simply need to put the correct quantity which you are purchasing. And the unit price field, you need to put the price per unit. This will normally be each for quantity, and you should not change the US dollars as that is the currency which the university uses to purchase. You will need to include a specific delivery address in the Deliver To field. Be sure to indicate your exact delivery address so that the central warehouse team can deliver directly to you. You need to include your full address, not just a name. For information on how to change this field permanently, see our video on changing this Deliver To field in your profile. Step is to enter a supplier. You will need to ensure that you have a supplier that is registered in both eVA and Banner. There is a quick guide on the eVA webpage to provide step-by-step instructions on how to see if your vendor is registered on Banner, which you need to do before entering your eVA purchase requisition. Once you have confirmed that your vendor is in Banner, you can then locate them in eVA by entering their tax ID number in the supplier field. In the drop-down box, the top vendor will be the one that matches this supplier. Tax ID number. If you need to confirm this, click the blue link next to Fulfillment Supplier field, which will allow you to review addresses, tax ID number, and other helpful details for your supplier. As a reminder, all of your purchases must be issued to a contract or a SWAM vendor. If you do not have an ODU contract, you will need to check the available cooperative contracts that the university is able to access. Under the Internal Additional Details field, you should enter your contract number in the External Contract Number field. You may then save your item detail information. You will notice that when you do this, an orange triangle comes up indicating that this is a non-catalog requisition. Most of your purchases will be non-catalog requisitions, and this is a non-blocking alert, which means that you will be able to submit this requisition while this alert is indicated. Now you should scroll down to the allocations field, and you should enter the correct fiscal year for your purchase. As well, in the Agency Use 1 field, you should indicate your budget code. And under the Account field, you should enter your sub-account code for this purchase. Once you have entered this information, you may click Save, and it will take you back to the top of the item detail screen. You should then review all of your information, your description, your order quantity, price, delivered to address, supplier, contract number, fiscal year, budget code, and sub-account code before clicking Save and Close to add this line item to your requisition. If you need to add additional line items, you may do so by clicking the Add Line Item button and following the previous steps. Scroll down to the Allocations drop-down, and then you may check to make sure that this information has been indicated properly on your entire purchase order. All eVA purchase orders must include an attachment that is a quote from your supplier or a proposal that you have received from your vendor. To add this attachment to your eVA requisition, click the New Document button. Make sure to choose the Supplier Document link so that your vendor will be able to see your information. In the Documentation field, make sure that you enter the correct information for what you are attaching, a quote or a proposal. Then go to the Click or Drag to Add Files button, and it will open the attachment screen. Find the correct document on your computer, choose it, and click Open to attach it to your requisition. Then click Save and Close. You can scroll down to verify that that attachment has been added to your requisition. Once you have all of your line items on your requisition and your attachment is there, just verify one more time that all of your information is correct before clicking the green Submit for Approval button. Once you have submitted, your approver will receive an email from eVA letting them know that they need to go in and review your requisition and approve it. If you want to check to see who that person is, you can go to your Workflow button in the left menu bar and scroll down to the Approval History section. The yellow dot will indicate where the requisition is in the approval flow and the name of the person who has that job. You may click the eVA Home button to go back to the eVA homepage screen, and you will note that your requisition is now in your What's My Order status, and it is listed as in progress, which means it is pending approval. You have now completed the How to Submit an eVA Requisition training. Please be sure to click on the certification link in the comments section below so that we may record your training completion. As a reminder, there are additional training opportunities available on the Procurement Services Training webpage. In addition, there are step-by-step instruction guides on the Procurement Services eVA page, which you may follow along when trying to enter your own requisition.